Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, last week we were truly spoiled. We had 3 of the top creators all releasing maps all at the same time, and then of the other 3 maps, well, they were all pretty strong, at least very striking. The one that wasn't so well rated, it was still a very striking, unforgettable map. Today we've got a map that does exactly what it says on the tin. It is a representation of a real life location in America, very playable, aesthetically pretty strong, and if that's the sort of thing that you're looking for, then I think you're going to like today's map. And if you're going to like today's map, and if you like the channel, then it's time to support your show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your daily reminder. That's right, hit the like button, really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you very much for your support. Today's map is Grand Rapids, Michigan by hewmart. hewmart, that famous shopping centre in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm just joking. hewmart, what a great strong name that is. Then off to the start square, which looks okay to me. No highways running through it, just the minor roads, so bear that in mind. The terrain height is pretty flat. It's a flat area, so no mountains to be expected. Well done. And then the resources, field painting. Now, it does look good. Is that what you're looking for though? It's completely your call. And then off to the workshop, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. We'll be using the Stray Cats theme Homecoming. There are some trees to subscribe to, and we'll be using the Relight to Average LUT. On top of that, and a little bit of reading if you like, a little bit of reading, there's also a theme mixer involved, and we'll be using Water Foam from Cedar Valley and the Ruined Effect from Caledonia Pavement. Okay, right, that's all the small print done. Let's have a look at the map. Now, we'll be following the only highway on the map. Now, there are a couple of other highways in the area, but they've been left out by the creator. They say so in the description, and so I bow to their discretion. They know the area better than me. A little bit of height variation on the 2 highways there. Considering it's a flat map, I would have thought they would have been level. But I've not checked the highway at that point to see whether it does vary, so I can't really criticise it too much. But I think it catches the eye. Also, another thing that catches my eye, and probably you didn't notice this one, look at this, the tree clustering here. Notice a little bit of a dip there. And that to me is good detailing. You can barely notice that there's a terrain variation there, and the trees plopped in there, like we've just gone past another one there. The tree planting is actually quite clever. Well done there. A little bit of tree detailing on this intersection. No major problems with this intersection really. 3 lanes into 3. I would like to see those little feeder arrows going straight on rather than to the right. It does require a lot of tweaking with Move It to get it to behave how you want it to behave, and I'm never going to mark down maps badly for that. I'm just going to I mention it because it's just something I like to see. When I do see it, sometimes I don't mention it because it's that's how it should be. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of dirt tracks on this road, on this map as well, as we go across a perfectly lovely bridge there and past a little river on the right hand side. Again, in the description does say that the small feeder rivers are a little bit wider than they are in real life, but only because of the game mechanics. Next intersection there looks perfectly good as well. No grumbles with that one. Although there will be a little bit of grumble to come up in a little way. Don't think that this map is as perfect as it might appear at first glance. We've got a nice little low bridge there and the very shallow river running through underneath it. Again, that is very good, tidy work. Moving on. Now, we've got nice little dirt bridge going on. A nice little bit of detailing here, a little bit of blue mantle underneath on the far side there. But look at these bridge pillars, perfectly aligned with the highway, and a lesser player would have just left them aligned with the actual bridge that they're holding up. I think it's good work. Now down here we've got a little bit of a terrain glitch going on the right hand side there. Now that is not too pretty. I can see what's happened. I've obviously built in the map editor myself, and I can see that this has been built up just to elevate the bridge. we move the bridge over though, using Move It, you can see that's what the terrain is like underneath. It's a little bit too steep there. It's easily fixed. It's not a huge job at all. But none of these things are huge jobs, and some people think I'm too picky. But I've got to mark the map as it's seen, haven't I? Really, a little bit of an embankment along here. There's nice embankment work here, quite like that. Down to the next intersection, and next intersection is very tidy as well. It might be plopped, but I don't care. It's all very tidy. Now we're heading down towards the Start Square intersection now, so get excited. This one's got a pill in the middle, I think. A pill. Let's have a little look over this section here. A little bit of terrain glitching on here as well, actually. Not as bad as that last one, but even so, on either side of the highways there. Let me show you what's happened there. Again, you can see that the terrain's been built up to allow for bridges to go over. But yes, it's one of these things that needs to be tested in the game engine to make sure it does exactly what it should do. Let me move the whole section of highway over there. So there we go. That's what's happened there. It's an attempt. Sorry about that traffic. I've caused some grief for the traffic, causing them to fly. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. I hope you got your pilot's license. I do hope so. Anyway, back down towards the Start Square. It's not the Start Square intersection. The main intersection that leads down to the Start Square. This is the one with the pill in the middle. There it is. I hope you take your medicine today, ladies and gentlemen. And down here, we've got traffic flowing quite nicely around. I think it's a very nice intersection. Looks very good and very tidily done. And the trees around it, I think the tree work is quite good indeed. Now we're talking about the main road down to the Start Square. Now this is going to get a lot of traffic on it, and if anything, I question the choice of not having the Start Square closer to the highway. Now if you're going to recreate Grand Rapids as a one-to-one, then you're probably going to be okay with this. But many people, including if I was to play this map, we'll be playing it, building it our own way, and there's just so much room here to build skyscrapers everywhere, I'd suggest, and we think we're going to have to do a lot of road upgrading. So while it fits exactly for the Grand Rapids theme, it's probably a little bit too long of a trawl down on a national road to get into the Start Square, because we are still heading down towards the Start Square here, a long way from the highways, and this is the main route. It's a long route. We'll get there in a minute. Of course, the American roads do tend to be very straight, and this would be in the middle of Grid City. This is very much Grid City neighborhood, I've got to say. I was quite surprised at how big Grand Rapids was when I had a little look on Google Earth. Google Earth. Anyway, change the roads there. Google. I'm going to launch my own website, my own search engine. Google this and Google that. All the B's for BonBon, obviously. Anyway, that's what we're looking at, and somewhere around here, we're in the Start Square now. Should be an asset for us to review. And it's a good one. It's the European Apartment Building #1 by cbudd. Now, we're starting to see some of cbudd's work coming through on the workshop now, and it does look very nice. They've got the feel of making buildings look just a little bit dirty and a little bit weather beaten and a little bit factoidy, because factoids. Where were we? The Greeks. You remember the Greeks? What have they ever done for us? No, it's the Romans. The Greeks believed that sex while a north wind was blowing, yes, read it as it's written, that sex while a north wind was blowing would produce a male baby, and the southern wind was supposed to result in a female child. I'm guessing an east wind would be gay and the west wind transgender? I've no clue. Anyway, European Apartment Building #1 by cbudd. Today's asset of the day. I like that. I'm not sure where I would use it, but I do like it. I'm going to put it on my long list of buildings to use eventually at some point. Duvo will return at some point. I've got to fix the save. I've just got to find time to fix the save. And it's viewer's choice this week. Viewer's choice and a special one-off. Well, not one-off. It'll be annual. We're 1 year round now of the votes, the polling that we do on each map. You know, with the viewer's choice, top right-hand corner, that poll thing. 1 year round. So we've got a year's worth of maps reviewed and rated by you, and I'm going to be doing the best do the top 10 or the top 20 or the top 4. I'm going to have to work out how I'm going to do the show. But sometime, probably by the end of this week, we'll be having a viewer's choice, best of the last 12 months, the first 12 months of the... I better turn around this way. I want to hide that until the second half of the show. Let me look that way. Just hiding that. It's fine. It's fine. It's behind us now. Don't worry. We'll look at that in the second half. Spoilers, you know. So yes, what do you think the best map of the last 12 months was? And what do you think was voted the best map of the last 12 months? There's the question. I have actually done the calculations. I've run the spreadsheet, so I know. I've just got to find time to put the show together. The rail looks good. It's a little bit uppy downy locally in little areas where I'm not going to show you today. But when you put the terrain lines on here and there, there's just a little bit of elevation here. It's not too bad. It's not the worst. And it needs a trained eye, I guess, to spot it. But yeah, it's all reasonable and very usable, of course, very usable. So yes, all of this going on, and hopefully in the next week or so, with any luck, I might find time to start getting back to fixing the save, the Duvo save, and start doing some of those special shows on a Friday where oh, look at this, yeah, where I'm live at the premiere, on the premiere. And you get to interact with me and message me directly, and I message back instantly, and it's all very, very buddy and a lot of fun as well. Hopefully, do you know what? I'm going to say I want to get this up as of Friday next week. So I'm not promising anything because I've actually got to fix the save first of all. But if I can get it fixed, yeah, Friday next week we'll have Duvo back on the screens. It'd be good because I want to break away from Emberton and start working on the main harbour area. So it's something to look forward to. Okay, right, we're getting close to the fog. Now you can see the fog edging closer and closer and closer. You can see the rail looks pretty reasonable, just a little bit not as smooth as it could be. And then when we come back after the intermission, we'll be doing the shipping routes, because shipping routes. It's the playlist of the week. This week featuring not one, but five-star aesthetic maps from the last year and a half. Want to see more? Of course you do. Click the information button now. Did I really say the last year and a half? I meant the last 2.5 years. Good grief. Anyways, that's going to be playing all week. No shipping routes, and there are air routes, but I can't show them because they're not showing up. I don't know what is going on with air routes in the game at the moment. Water flow. Oh, we've got the main river. This is the main river, and we've got some very weak arrows on this one. It's not the strongest water flow river, but in the description they do suggest water towers, and this would be a water tower area anyway, so quite probably I would suggest that that is the way to go on this one. I don't normally suggest water towers. This particular lake on the right hand side here, this one is your poo lake, because there isn't much water flow going on there. Suggested using this to pop your poo in there, and it will get sucked away into the magic abyss underneath Michigan. Anyways, there's your map. Very flat, lots of grid, lots of fields. If you want to do fertile land, then yeah, you can choose that. Let's have a look at the trees. I think the trees is pretty good. On this map. Very believable. Tend to cluster into the terrain there. I like that. But yes, the fields. So you can do farming in the bright green areas, but not in the dark green areas where it looks like you should be doing farming as well. It's completely up to you if you feel that that is an issue for you. If you're looking to do a mega city, then obviously farming isn't going to be a concern for you. But then you're going to have to think about the roads. You're definitely going to have to think about the roads. What's going on down there? Let's have a look at the density of the trees, shall we? Let's come down here. Don't look too dense. They look okay. They look comfortable and nice, and it's just not a dense forest, and that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes it's just to allude to the idea of woodlands. That's okay, isn't it? I think I like that. And there's your river, and I'll have a look upstream here. We've got some wetlands up here on the edge of the map. If you want to do some work around some wetlands, or just turn that into a parkland area, I quite like that idea. And then if we come back down Here we've got, now this river took a little bit of time to work its way down. The source has to pump out all the water, and it's a little bit, well, hit and miss in places. I don't know whether that will sort itself out in time. I suspect it won't. I suspect it'll be a little bit stop-start throughout the game. I can't prove it either way, so again, I'm not going to mark this down. But there is something I will question, and again, this is completely down to you. I can see the argument for what's about to be seen. Are you ready? This is what we turned away from earlier. Drowned trees, but it is very shallow water. So I'm looking at this thinking, I think there's just a little bit too much for too far. Okay, a few of them, yes. But all of this, all the way up here, I can believe it. I can believe that this would be possibly the case, but I just think it'd be just too many sodden roots, and this would be just a little bit, yeah, dead wood. A lot of, yeah, there's your water source right there by the road. So yeah, that river takes a little bit of time to actually fill itself up. You may want to just take away the water source, and that would fix that. Anyway. What do you think? What do you think of this map? What do you think? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. These are the infamous Grand Rapids. Apparently they're rebuilding the rapids in this area to bring it more back to how it was before. Obviously we tamed nature and made it boring. Anyways, right, so what do I think of this map? Well, aesthetically, I think aesthetically it's very pleasing. I'm buying into the fields, I'm buying into the overall feel of it. The river looks very nice indeed. I think overall it's a good, strong, very strong 4-star map. Very good. Detailing. The tree work on here generally is excellent, I've got to say. Question marks over the trees in the water, and we got some glitching as well with the train under the roads. I'm gonna mark it to a high 3. I don't feel that it quite deserves the 4th star. High 3 for detail. Gameplay potential. Well, your options are, do you want to play it as Grand Rapids, Michigan, in which case you might have traffic issues, or no, sorry, if you might not, oh, I don't know, you know what I mean. Which way do you want to play it? I'm gonna mark it as a high 3 for gameplay potential again, because it does what it says on the can. Grand Rapids, Michigan by hewmart. I like this one, and don't think that 3 stars, oh, he only gave it 3 stars. 3 stars is a pass mark. I'm okay. Any map gets 3 stars. I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. It just something about it. I just feel that, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and subscribing. Old map on the screen now if you want to have a little vote on that. Thanks to all the BonBonB buddies over on Patreon for supporting me for another month. You are great, guys. And if you want to join them, it's only $1 a month, and you can get your name into the credits as well. So thanks for that. All right, I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What Map series. I'll see you then. Have a great day.